The camera's right there, but you can look at the screen. Ooh. We live.
Our government has a firm policy not to capitulate to terrorist demands, that no concessions policy remains in force. In spite of the wildly speculative and false stories about arms for hostages and alleged ransom payments, we did not, repeat, did not trade weapons or anything else for hostages. Nor will we.
The ballad of the bullet, some freedom or some bullshit. Will we ever do it big or just keep settling for little shit? We brag on having bread, but none of us are bakers. We all talk having greens, but none of us own acres. If none of us own acres and none of us grow wheat, then who will feed our people when our people need to eat? So it seems our people starve from lack of understanding, cause all we seem to give them is some ballin' and some dancing and some talking about.
What up, world? It's RadioActive Podcast, and it's your host, Ace Boogie. And I have a special guest with me today. Ma'am, can you introduce yourself? Okay. Say that one more time, just in case they didn't hear you.
Oh, I'm D. Amber Prater. I go by D. Prater, and I'm the owner of Yohance Dres Hair and Company.
Okay. And again, y'all tune in to RadioActive Podcast. Y'all was actually just listening to Reagan by Killer Mike. Just jam out real quick.
All over North introduced us to cocaine in the 80s when them bricks came on military plane.
A few months ago, I told the American people I did not trade arms for hostages. My heart and my best intentions still tell me that's true, but the facts and the evidence tell me it is not.
The end of the Reagan era.
So the reason why I played that song was because Reagan told us one thing, and come to find out it was a lie. So it made me feel like you can't trust the government, you know? So this goes into my first question. If the government does come out with these vaccines, are you taking it?
No.
No.
I wouldn't take it when the first trial is presented.
Okay.
They do have a clinical trial going on right now in Johannesburg, Africa, if I'm not mistaken. It's also reached America as well. It's not FDA approved. It's not CDC approved as of yet. But as far as myself and those that are in my household, we will not be taking the vaccine when it first becomes available.
So what we talking about, like second wave, third wave? When you thinking about doing
No, it would have to at least be on the market for me, I would say about 5 years. That way they can go through the entire trial, because we honestly don't know what would happen to people when it first becomes available to the public that's approved by the FDA. We don't know how people are going to react to it, if it's going to be effective. So I just want to, and it sounds horrible, but I just want the first few people for at least a period of 5 years to go through it, and then it may.
I ain't about to be the first one.
Right.
You about to
may get it.
try it out on me.
Right. That's
So-
not going to happen.
Tell me how you guys started with Yohance. Tell me about the
Yohance Dres.
Yohance.
So Yohance is actually my brother's middle name. My little brother Amiri is his middle name, which means God's gift. And my son's name is DeAndre, and then Aubrey as well as little Aubrey. Their middle names is DeAndre, so that's how Dres came into effect. So it's God gift of my Dres. All of them are mine. So
Okay,
that's how
okay.
it came about.
So I mean, when did you first realize hair was going to be your passion?
At 9 years old.
9 years. Tell me that story. How'd you know?
I knew at 9, my Uncle Muff, he had a barbershop, and I used to go to his barbershop all the time, and he had a few stylists there at the time as well, and I used to watch him cut hair, and then watch the stylists do hair, and then it sparked something in me for me to just be like, hey, I want to do hair. And then once I pursued it, my mom got me a mannequin, and it was actually a Bratz doll. and she got me a mannequin, and I started teaching myself how to braid. So I self-taught myself how to braid, and then it went on to me.
Well, if you was using the Bratz doll, that means it had like the white girl hair, huh?
It did.
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
okay.
it
Go ahead.
did. So then I went back to my uncle's barbershop, and they would have me at the shampoo bowl. So then I would learn how to shampoo hair properly, and then they would teach me the proper techniques on how to properly do hair. So it started when I was 9 years old.
Okay. So, then, what was the first? You said braiding. Was braiding the first thing you did? Like
Braiding was the first thing that I learned.
Okay. And when did you do that on a human head?
When I would say I was about 10 years old, yes, it was when I was 10, because I have a picture. I was braiding my little cousin Tynasia's hair. So it was it was when I was 10 years old. That's when I first did someone's hair.
Oh, okay.
That was my very first
Did
one.
you mess it up? I know you messed it up.
I did not, and the picture proves it. I did not mess up her hair.
So you did good.
I did great.
She said she was practicing.
I was practicing on that little Bratz doll.
So I mean, how long was schooling?
You have to take 1,500 hours for cosmetology school, and they actually just decreased it to 1,000 hours. I was enrolled in night courses, so it would take about a year and a half because we're only doing half the time compared to full-time students that go during the day. So about a year and a half.
Okay. So, in your field, do you feel that in the beauty industry, do you feel that the people are shallow, or do you feel it's a shallow industry? I'm sorry.
No, I don't feel that it's shallow at all. Of course, in every industry, you have your competitors, which are also in the realm of service that you're providing. But overall, no, I don't think that it's shallow at all.
Well, when I say shallow, I'm talking about like the better you look, the more clients a person will have. You get what I'm saying?
Oh.
So I mean,
that comes with the territory. Like, let's say, for example, somebody, there's a Instagram influencer that I follow, Judy, and she
got
the
big
hair.
booty?
Yeah, she do. No, for real. Her Instagram name is BB Judy.
What?
Yes,
Okay.
she do.
follow her.
But she has a huge following, and she paid her dues. Like, she been in the hair industry for well over 20 years, and of course, more people are going to be drawn to her than for myself because, first off, she's been in the hair industry longer. She has a larger following. She knows more about the industry than I would. So, I mean, it comes with it. So I wouldn't label it as shallow, though.
Okay.
So
I mean,
I don't
but to
feel
me,
that it's
because when I go in, if I was to go in, say the barbershop, I mean, this probably ain't a good example. But I just would imagine, well, yeah, maybe, because if I go in the barbershop, I see a guy looking rough. His hair ain't did, like, you know what I'm saying? Then I see a guy who's all sharp. I might go to the sharp guy. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I asked, is it a shallow business? Because you might see the pretty girls might have all the clients.
And you can also go based off of their portfolio if they have one that's sitting on their station, because I be looking rough sometimes. I'm not going to sit here and lie, but I also know the work that I put out. I also make sure that I market myself properly as far as taking pictures and videos of my clients. Of course, I ask my clients before I even take anything, like, hey, can I take a before and after picture, just so people can see, like, oh, she really know how to do hair. So
right.
I can look rough on Instagram, Facebook, or anything else, but my work speaks for itself.
So being that you've been doing this for a while, what would you say, or what are all the things that you can do when it comes to hair? So what are your things? I see some on here on the as y'all see.
Yes,
I see some. Explain what all you can do.
I can pretty much do anything. I can color and actually know how to formulate color, not give people boxed color. It's professional. So color, silk presses, wigs, sew-ins, braids. That's pretty much my target audience, but I can also market myself to other ethnicities as well. So I also know how to do Caucasian hair.
Oh yeah,
Hispanic
you started off with
hair.
Caucasian hair pretty much,
we're
right?
We're taught in school how to work on that texture of hair. In school, we're not really taught about black hair. It's a very, very quick lesson.
So
It's
I mean,
very quick.
is learning how to do black hair hard? Or hard? Was it hard for you because
No,
you
because I
didn't?
have black hair. So
Oh,
I've been doing my hair my whole life, and
okay.
I know my hair. I know black hair. Of course, you have different textures of black hair. Like you have the fine hair, the very textured hair. But overall, no, because I've been living with my hair my whole life. It
right.
was more difficult for me to learn someone else's hair. But luckily, I was blessed enough by being able to go to the hair salon and barbershop with my uncle to learn about other ethnicities' hair. So when I was at an age to where I can enroll in cosmetology school, I already knew about it. So it wasn't that hard for me to catch on to the lessons or how to properly do a service on Caucasian hair or Hispanic hair.
Which one seems to be the most difficult to do today?
In my opinion, I would say it's the Hispanic and Caucasian hair. And I only say this because their hair absorbs water, so it's hard to get water out their hair. So if I'm doing a blow dry, it's gonna take me longer to get the water out of their hair than me doing a black client's hair.
So I know they say like when doctors have other doctors as patients and so forth, they're difficult to work with. So when you have a hairstylist in your chair, is it difficult?
No.
It's easy or
It's
what?
easy for me.
Explain this to me.
You're not the first person to say it. I haven't had a stylist come in my chair that was difficult, just off the fact that I know what I'm doing. So I always ask them what they want, and if what they want doesn't match up to what, like let's say they wanted a color, but their hair is already fried off. I'm gonna tell them like, we need to do a treatment before you even get your color. Now, if you're persistent on, I want color, 9 times out of 10, I am going to be like, well, I'm not going to be able to provide the service because my name is on that at the end of the day.
Even though they're a stylist.
Even though they're a stylist, if they're a client, it doesn't matter. I'm going to more than likely refuse the service.
You heard that. She said, I said what I said and I'm standing on it.
Hey,
It's not getting done.
it's not. It's not going to happen because I don't want to mess up the integrity of their hair. And then that can also cause a lawsuit. So it's not worth it.
So, so say someone and they are beautiful all the time. You know what I'm saying? They're real particular about how they look. As I don't want to say vain. My sister said vain wasn't a good word, but a person who's really into their looks. When that person sits in your chair, does that make you a little bit nervous?
I haven't been nervous about doing hair, honestly. So no.
No.
It wouldn't make me nervous. I'm very comfortable with my skill. If I'm not able to do a particular service, I have no problem referring someone to someone else that I know who can do the service.
Right.
And also be professional, because you also have to keep in mind customer service. I can refer people out all day to numerous stylists, but the thing that I hold on to most is, of course, the quality of the service as well as customer service. I feel like it goes hand in hand. You can do awesome hair, be the best stylist in the world, but if your customer service is off, I'm not referring nobody to you.
That's crazy because that goes into my next question. So what is more important, talent or customer service?
I would say customer service. Because you can always, even with both, you can always groom yourself and practice. But I feel like with customer service, it should just be in your nature. Like you should, especially owning something, like you should have excellent customer service. I would definitely say customer service.
It's crazy because I was thinking to myself, as a male going into a barbershop, I'm gonna go with more talent. You know what I'm saying?
But that's a male perspective.
Right. And I was thinking,
men be chilling.
Yeah, but I was thinking it's got to be because I'm only gonna be in there maybe an hour.
Right.
Y'all sometimes sit there for hours. So with that being said, customer service does become important. You know what I mean? That's crazy, man.
Yeah, men go in there and they just be trying to chop it up real quick, and they in and out the door, so it really don't matter. Like, and y'all talk to each other raw anyway, so it's just like that don't really. It's a man thing, but with women, we're very particular about everything. It's just like, okay, so how did they talk to me? Were they attentive to my needs? Were they polite? Like, it's just a lot that comes with it, especially like being a woman.
Dang, women is just so they want everything. They just want it all. Okay.
We
Okay.
just want it done right.
Look. So what's tell me in your opinion, what's better, booth rent versus hourly wage? What do you, in your opinion, what would you say as a stylist is better?
It really depends on the person and what they can afford. Me personally, I always tell, and nothing against, let me put that disclaimer out, nothing
PSA.
against people that pay booth rent or is on hourly wages. Nothing against neither one of them. Me personally, I always tell myself I'm not going to work for someone else. Like, once I get everything I need into existence, I'm just going to work for myself. And I say that because I can just go get a job, like, and not have to worry about anything. I would still be working for someone else. Like, with me and my goals is for me to eventually just be able to fully operate my salon by myself. And then, of course, like, once I become too busy to take clients, then hire out. But me personally, I really don't know which one is. I don't know, because I never put myself in that situation. I always knew I wanted to work for myself. I knew I wasn't going to pay booth rent, and I knew I wasn't going to be on hourly commission as well. So I don't know.
So okay, so I'm gonna give you a scenario. In today's climate and what's all going on, right? Who would you rather be? Would you rather be the booth renter, the hourly wager, or the owner?
Owner.
Even with all this, now knowing,
Owner.
okay, we gotta keep in mind, man, having clients is hard now. Very, very rough. You know what I mean? Keeping them consistent, being able to pay your employees. Because who has the most stress out of all three of them?
Owner.
The owner, exactly. You know, especially through times like this right
and
now.
honestly, you have, of course, like, even with, jobs, you have a chain of command. You have your forefront, which is the people that are on the floor. That's what we call the people on the floor, which is your stylists who are behind the chair. And then you may have your, like, let's say, like, your store manager. They're not behind the chair at all. They're making sure that everything in your salon is, taken care of. And then you have your owner. So the store manager is kind of like the middleman. They're overseeing the forefront and then also reporting to the manager to make, the owner, to make their lives a little bit easier and make their job a little bit easier. So, I mean, like I said, I would be contradicting myself if I chose anything else other than owner, because I know what I want. So I would choose owner.
Okay.
Even with all the added stress.
Oh my gosh, so you can handle all that stress.
I
You
can
like, bring it
handle all
on,
of
bring
it.
it on. Okay.
I work well under pressure.
So Dion Harris, you know who that is?
Who?
Is it? I might be saying the name wrong. Dion Harris.
Yes.
So she says she is proud of you.
Hey, that's my
Hey,
auntie.
appreciate you for tuning in, Auntie.
Hey, auntie.
So I'm gonna ask you this. So you said you want to be the owner. Man, I ain't gonna lie. If I had the choice, I don't want to be the owner right now. Not right now, because it's tough.
Even before, like, all of this, like, your job gonna be stressful as an owner, regardless of this current climate of things or not. It's gonna be stressful. That's what comes with it.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, everything else is more rewarding. At the end of the day, it's very rewarding. It's just like, dang, I really have my own business.
Yeah,
Like,
it feels good.
I don't have to answer to nobody. I can clock in and out when I
you
want.
want.
So it's just
Deuces.
Yeah, it's just at the end of the day, it's very rewarding.
So, like I said, I couldn't deal with all those type of things, and it seems like you can deal. You know, I guess as a woman, women are good at dealing with things.
you take
How
on
would
the
you
world.
deal with a client coming sitting down in your chair smelling? How would you deal with that?
I actually had a client come in whose breath was like,
Funky.
oh my gosh.
Oh,
It was
no,
just
not-
horrible.
See, can you please keep looking straight and don't talk? Thank
And
you.
they got the most difficult and longest service. They got waist length, small box braids. And those for me, it takes about 5 hours. So I had to wash their hair, blow dry their hair,
Oh my goodness.
part the hair, and braid the hair. And it's just like, just imagine just having to deal with that for 5 to 6 hours. It was horrible, but you're going to have clients that, either they are aware of their bad hygiene or they not. Some people really aren't aware of their hygiene.
If they're aware, is that disrespectful? Like, I'm just
It
saying, if
is,
you aware of
but
it and you still gonna sit in
and
my
you
chair
still
knowing
don't
you
care,
funky.
It is, but I mean that's what comes with it. We have close contact with our clients, so I mean at the end of the day, I'm not really chirping. Like you the one who who got a little smell to you. I don't have to answer for that.
So
It's like
you can take it. You
I
can
can
take it.
it. Yeah.
What's going on, Miss Elizabeth? All right, Miss
Oh,
Margot,
she made
what's
my
up?
shirt.
Yeah. Oh, did she?
Yeah, that's my Aunt Liz.
What's going on, Melvin? She said, heck yeah. She said, you a boss. That's what I'm talking about.
I sure am.
Yeah, okay, so back to this smell. So have you ever had that? You said you had that before, the funky breath. Yeah. So how did you handle it in that situation? You're doing the hair.
I'm ignoring it. Like overall I am ignoring it completely. And luckily, like with braids, I don't have to be in front of them. I can stand behind them. And I mean, of course, like I wouldn't make it obvious. Like let's say I have candy out in my salon. Like I keep it on my shelf. I'm not gonna lie. I keep candy on my shelf.
Okay.
And when I want some candy, of course, I'm gonna offer the candy as well. Like, hey, you want some gum? You want some? Like whatever candy I have, you want some?
So if they say no, you be like shit.
In my head, but I don't say it. In my head, yes.
Okay.
But I just deal with it. Like to be honest, like it really comes with the territory. You have close contact with people. Some people are aware of they, odor, and some people aren't, and that's just nothing for me to answer to. Like either I'm not gonna tell you, right?
You a soldier. She's a soldier.
I'm not gonna tell them that because you don't know if they're gonna be offended. Like you really don't know. So I'm just gonna let you, do you.
What about somebody farting in your chair? And you know they did it. It vibrating and everything.
Now that I'm gonna probably make a joke with that. I'm probably gonna bust out laughing when people fart and when people fall. Oh my gosh! Like I just
fart and fall.
Farting and falling. I lose it completely. So. Yeah, 9 times out of 10, I'm going to say, like, you got your own gas. Like, I've been saying that since I was little. So now.
We bring that gas up in here.
Right.
What up, Ken, man? Let's go. That's what I'm talking about. Well, you getting me crunk a bit of here, boy. Oh, man. So you can deal with the stank butt, too. You can deal with.
Stank butt.
What is something that you're not dealing with?
I'm not dealing with disrespect. Don't come into my domain, my ambiance.
Okay. So I seen a video one time. This girl's doing the other girl hair, and she's texting somebody to bring her some pills and all this other type. Yeah. So what would you do in that scenario? Now I seen the
whole video.
Okay.
I seen the entire video.
Well, explain to me. I guess I didn't see the whole video.
So the girl who was in the chair, she was doing what she was doing and having her girlfriend come bring her Xanax. That's what it was. It was Xanax. The girl in the chair, I cannot put on her that she was being disrespectful because she was not. She was being very polite the entire time. Even when the girl was coming at her sideways, the girl wasn't disrespectful. I think she was already high, to be honest. Like, I think she was already high on the Xanax. I fought the stylist because she was very disrespectful. I don't fault the girl who was in the chair. So with me, I have a difference of opinion than most people. I'm not sure if they've seen the whole clip or not, but I know how to put myself in someone else's shoes. Like, I know how to put myself in the customer's shoes as well. Because I was once, like, when I was little, I would go get my hair done. Like, as I grew up, I would still go get my hair done. I tell my boyfriend all the time, like, babe, I don't want to do my own hair. I want to go get my hair done. Like, I want to sit in the chair. So I also know how to look at things from a customer standpoint. Now, was the girl that was in the chair wrong? Yes, she shouldn't be going to nobody's salon. Whether they do hair from their home, they shouldn't go there like that. That's very disrespectful. But the stylist overall, she was the one who was being the aggressor and very disrespectful towards the client.
So if your client was like, hold on, girl, I need to take a break. You allow your clients to take breaks, right?
Depending on how long the service is.
I want to go do some crack real quick.
Oh, no, baby. Don't come back in here.
What? No, she paid you already, though. You in the middle. You got half a head done.
She going to get half her money back. She not for that, no. And, like, with me, I service my clients out my home. So I have like my son there, and he's only 2 years old. And then of course my oldest, he's 10, but he don't really like come to my area. So I'm not gonna expose my boys to that. Like don't do that. Like I will give them their money back. Like if half they head down, I'm gonna give them half their money back. And then I'm also like true as well. Like hey, we can reschedule to a different time. And then I'm gonna explain to them the reason why we're gonna reschedule. Like you can't. Nah.
So Miss Margot said she shouldn't have been reading the girl's text. Do you believe? Do you agree? Like, you shouldn't be reading her. I agree with that. Don't be over my shoulder reading my text messages.
Well, I agree with that as well, but the overall situation at hand, like she shouldn't have came at the girl like that. Yes, they were in the home of the stylist. I get that. And prior to reading the text, the client, I'm not even going to refer to her as the girl. The client that was in the chair and the stylist, they were both smoking blunts together. So why don't you have a problem with that?
Oh, so they were smoking.
They were smoking blunts
so
together.
she's being, what would you call that? Drug racist? She's drug
They
racist.
were smoking blunts together, and then the stylist did look over the girl's shoulder, and then comes to find out that the girl was asking the girlfriend, the client was asking the girlfriend to bring the Xanax. So, like I said, I watched the entire clip. Now, I don't think that the stylist should have been as disrespectful as she was, because the client, she wasn't being disrespectful. The only thing that we can really put on the client was she was texting her girlfriend to bring her Xanax.
Okay.
Prior to her texting the girlfriend to bring her Xanax, her and the stylist was smoking weed.
Right.
So it's like, you ain't have a problem with her smoking weed with you.
Right.
So why you got a problem with her girlfriend bringing her Xanax? And she not being belligerent. She not in the chair moving around and stuff. It's just like, why you got a problem with that? Like, of course I have a problem. Like, don't be doing no drugs in nobody's house. Right. Don't do that at all. But overall, the stylist was in the wrong because she was just very aggressive with the client.
Okay. So what? Okay. What's the name of the things? Lice. Lice is something you would turn someone away for, right?
Yes. And I would also recommend, something to treat that.
Would you do the treating?
No.
Really? Why not?
They have to do it at home themselves.
Is that like not OSHA, but
it can?
What is it?
It is. It is, because lice can get into your combs. Like I can't do it. They would have to use their own supplies. Like, well, I'm not even gonna say I can't. I would choose not to do it just for the sake of I don't want the next client of mine to contract it and continuously pass it on. We do have barbicide and EPA and all that. I'm just extra precautious. Like I'm not gonna do it. I'm gonna more than likely tell you, follow the directions on such and such product, and then I will evaluate the scalp. I wouldn't have a problem evaluating the scalp, and based off of me evaluating the scalp and seeing if the lice is gone, then it will determine if I service you or not.
So you must have a great poker face, because how do you look at that person when they come back in the next time? Like, oh yeah, you the girl with the bugs. That's right. Come on back, girl. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got a good, and it's smelling people.
It's just really like, I know what comes with all of this. And I've been doing it, like, I'm not going to pinpoint it till 9, but technically I've been doing it since I was 9 years old. I didn't know at that age, like, how in depth everything was. But as I went to school and learned about, even with medications, like medications make your hair fall out, etc. Like, it's like about what I know, and then how I can also protect myself as well as my client. We have to have a poker face with certain things, but it's just to protect both of ourselves.
So what's some other things that would make you turn away a client?
Honestly, I don't really turn away clients like that. Of course, what you just mentioned, as far as like lice, depending on, like, some people with very, very, very thin hair and bald patches in their head, I would do an in-depth consultation with them to see what's causing that. Some of those clients, in the end, I would have to turn away. And I don't want to turn those types of clients away because it's kind of out of their control. It's just a health condition that they have. But like I said, my focus is the integrity of your hair. Some of them, of course, I just mentioned disrespectful clients, clients that stylists hop.
Mm-hmm.
Clients that I know have ran off the plug twice.
What? So you can get front and get your hair done?
Yeah.
What? You can get front and get your hair done?
Yeah,
Golly.
people come get their. Well, I've never had it happen to me, but luckily there's groups of stylists that will post, hey, look out for such and such. This is what happened to me. So I'm a part of some of those groups. I'm blessed enough to say that it hasn't happened to me, and honestly, I don't think it will, because with my customers, they're mainly referrals. So like I would do a family member's hair, and then they would refer their family members. So luckily,
it's a word of mouth.
It's a word of mouth. Yeah. So I don't really have those problems. So.
What up, London, baby? Okay. So what's your favorite style to do?
I love silk presses.
Silk presses. What is that? What is a
them.
silk press?
It's a flat iron. It's a fancy name for a flat iron.
Okay.
I love them. Even
What
like
is it?
even
What
if
is
you
it
have,
about
it's like it's this right here.
Yeah, it makes you say yes, like
It's
zestfully, not
this
zestfully.
right
What was that
here.
commercial? They use garden. What is that commercial?
Garnier.
Garnier. Yes. Yes.
Yeah, it's just amazing. I don't even know how to describe it. It's a flat iron. It doesn't matter if you have really, really coarse hair. It's about the blow dry, and it's about the product that you use. It lasts from shampoo to shampoo, so I'll probably wear this for like 2 weeks, maybe a week and a half, 2 weeks, and then I'll wash my hair, and then my hair will go back to its natural state. Like
What is the natural state? Is it
curly? No,
okay.
My hair long and curly. Like when it's wet, I have beautiful curls.
Yeah, word of mouth is the best advertisement, ma. Yes, it is.
Yes.
Okay. So you say you like flat ironing. You ever burn yourself flat ironing? Remember old school, how they used to have the comb?
Yes.
Oh,
the
my
Marcells, the hot combs. Yes.
Do you think the hot comb is like the best thing to use to this day?
Yes.
Do you
and
use
I
it?
wish that they still Marcells and hot combs. Yes. I wish that they still taught it in schools. They don't teach it in schools anymore. I think that those are definitely the best tools to use for services, for heating services. They are. Even though they quote unquote old school.
Old school.
But they're better than the flat irons and stuff. Me personally, I think that they took them out of schools because you can't really control the heat of it. You can literally burn someone's hair off if it's too hot. So I think that's why they took it out of schools.
Okay.
But
So
I'm not sure.
I got a question for you.
Answer.
Do you think it's cool to sleep with your clients? Not you in particular, but just in your opinion.
No.
You think that's
You
always
don't
a bad
mix
idea?
business you don't mix business and pleasure with nothing. It don't
What if
matter
it's they
if
true
you a
love?
stylist. It don't matter if it's it don't
You
matter.
passing your blessing, girl. You never know.
No, you do not. I mean, Aubrey's my client.
Well, there you go. See, you did good.
No, but he wasn't my client. No, he wasn't my client first.
Okay.
But no, you should.
You should see him over here.
You shouldn't mix business and pleasure. I mean, it worked for some people, but nah, I'm not it can get
Tell
real
them about
ugly.
your ear.
Huh?
What was that?
Oh yes, my grandma. Oh my goodness.
Tell me.
My grandma, and that's my mama.
Hey, mama.
My grandma, she don't do hair. God bless her. She don't do hair at all. She was using a hot comb, and this is the hot comb before you were able to plug it into the outlet. So she put it on the stove and let it heat up, of course. So she was like, "Oh, I'm about to press your hair." I don't know if I was going to school or church. It don't matter. But she pressed my hair and burnt the mess out of my ear, like scab.
You can hear it. You can smell it. You smelled it. I'm cooking.
My grandma burnt my ear, and we still talk about that to this day. And she be like, "Amber,
did it pus up?"
Yes, it did every single thing. And I didn't have like the you have a heat protectant. She didn't put that on my hair. She didn't put it around my ear. Nothing.
What happened when you went to school?
I had long hair. No,
so you
I
can
was
cover it
able
up.
to cover it up.
Oh man.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, good Lord.
Yes, my grandma burnt the mess out of my ear.
Dang, grandma.
It was horrible.
I know you cried. You cried, didn't you? She
hollered.
said, I cried the whole way home.
I hollered. Oh my goodness. Yeah.
Mama, look what she did tonight.
That's exactly what happened. My mama came home from, it must have been when I was going to school because my mom came home from work. And I definitely did. I didn't even wait till she got good in the house before I was already telling what happened. Yeah, she burnt.
Okay, so wait. What if your client is the child and you sleeping with the parent? What? I'm just saying, it's a different scenario.
You don't need to be sleeping
That's
with
still mixing.
You still don't need to be sleeping with.
Not even their cousin.
No.
Dang.
Don't
Look,
need to be sleeping with
don't sleep with your clients or their relatives.
Nobody.
What's some bad things that can happen from that? What bad can come from that?
It's just, especially with. I love my
Maury,
race. I love my race of people, but you know how messy and how people talk within our race and how quickly things can get out. You just have to protect yourself. Like, is it really in the end? I'm speaking on me. If you as a business owner, is it worth that risk? Like, is it really worth the risk? Like, you have to, if you do decide to sleep with your client or a family member, like, you really need to get to know them first before you lay down with them. And that's with anything. But I personally don't suggest you sleeping with nobody that's in your chair.
So I heard a story today about a couple that owns a hair salon. And the wife, well, both of them actually allow each other to flirt with the client, just to maybe get the client to return or how, because he does hair, she does hair, everybody does hair. You know what I'm saying? So they allow each other. Is it okay to flirt with a client? That's
between them. Like, if me and Aubrey was to, do a hair salon and barbershop, ain't no way I'm finna watch my man flirt with another woman. Like,
but
that's
it could work though. It can
work, but me, that ain't gonna happen.
Not at all.
Not at all.
Dang, he can't even wink. Come back, come see me, girl.
That ain't gonna happen. And she gonna come back with a black eye.
So what can he do? He can have a nice day.
He can have a conversation with them.
Okay.
Like, of course, you're gonna converse with your clients and you're gonna get to know them. You're gonna build rapport with them, but it's just a line that you're not gonna cross. Like, if I feel like you just crossed the line, it's just like, nah, we not finna do that. Not having that. And we gonna have a conversation in private. I'm not gonna be belligerent in front of the person.
Is that true? Is she gonna show out in front of everybody, or is she gonna show out in private? Oh, okay. He just seen he was scared too. He was scared to answer the question, y'all. He was, private.
No, I don't act the fool in front of people.
That's what's up.
Unless it's really
it calls for it.
Yeah,
but that would be a thing that calls for
like
it.
Something
you
like
feel
that,
I
wouldn't act a fool in front of. Like,
okay.
Nah.
Okay. I like that. Okay, no flirting, no none of that.
No.
So no Jada and Will. No
no entanglement.
I want to get on that. Look, no entanglement. There you go. No entanglement. What's your thoughts on Jada and August? In that whole scenario, the interview and all.
She did not stick to her. I can't even, because we don't know the.
Let's
don't
see.
know
Yeah.
everything. But since we speaking just on Will and Jada, her and Will were still married.
They was married.
They are married. Like, it ain't word. They are married, even at the point of quote unquote separation. I don't even feel like that's true, but whatever.
Okay.
They were married at the end of the day. You do not step out on your marriage. I don't care if if you want to do that, you need to be divorced. Like, I am so big on the covenant under God. Like, that's a covenant. Like, you took a vow.
Okay.
That's a promise you made to each other. You don't step out on that. I don't care how mad, how hurt, how
he said he was
frustrated.
done. I was done with your ass.
After finding that out, I would have been too, but he went back. So, I mean, I can't really,
But
I don't know.
He said he was done before that happened, though.
Yeah, they both did say that, but it really don't matter. You still did. We don't know what he did, so that's why I said I can't really speak on him. But based off of her, she wrong. She's still married.
So that's the only reason why she wrong.
She wrong because she's still married.
Because she was still married. But I mean, he that wasn't the issue. Obviously, you know what I'm saying. You know what I think the part that people are missing about the whole thing, and I think this is what hurt Will the most. What hurt Will the most, I think, was because
a man.
Wait.
Something a man would say is coming next.
It's coming, and maybe it is. When Will said this in the interview, when August first came to us, we was trying to help him. That, I think, is where the hurt really comes in. This man was under our roof with us.
Right.
We were working together as a family to heal him. And then as soon as we separate, as soon as you gonna go sleep with him? The same man that was probably sleeping in my guest room?
But you don't know. I don't know what he did. Like, it's just like
It don't matter.
It don't matter. But it's just like we honestly don't even know the full story. We knowing what they want us to know. So I can't really. My personal opinion to the question is she's still married and she shouldn't have stepped out on her marriage, even though quote unquote they were separated, but they aren't divorced. Separation, you're still married by law.
So she is wrong.
You're still under a contract.
We got a woman to say
government.
the woman is wrong. Oh,
she
no.
is. Like, I'm not, whatever. Just like y'all be wrong. Y'all be dogging people out too. And then, hold on, see now. And then, I just feel like men can't take the same hurt that they dish out.
Okay.
And that's what brings me to say, like, you can't. I don't know what Will's done. I'm pretty sure he done some stuff.
Dirt, yeah.
But we can't speak on it because we don't know. But what I do know is 9 times out of 10, the man usually, in this case, Jada is wrong. Like, Jada wrong. But usually the case is the men usually dog the women out. And women, we take it. We forgive you. We try to mend things. We, oh, baby, it's okay. Well, it's not okay, but we're going to try to work things out. But if a woman does it to a man, all hell breaks loose. It's just like, nah, you a hoe, this, that, and the third. It's just like,
we
dang.
gonna act a fool.
Yeah, so it's just like,
I feel like
I look at it from both angles.
I feel like in this scenario, if it was vice versa and one of Will's girls came out and said something, it would be like, you know what I'm saying? It'd be smoking in the city.
It ain't gonna be no red table talk.
Right? It ain't gonna be no. It's gonna be the table gonna be flipped. It's gonna be the bottom of the table. I'm telling you, no games. Okay, so I'm gonna ask you this. We all know Christopher Columbus didn't found America, correct?
Correct.
That's a lie, right?
That's a whole lie.
So I feel if we go into Google and we put in images of Jesus, I feel that they should take all the white images down from the internet.
White Jesus.
Because that's false. That's a false statement. What do y'all think at home as well? Is that not a false statement? Because Jesus wasn't white. Now, I'm not saying take it out of your church or take the statues down. I'm talking about when I Google it, though. Like if my child has to do a research paper on Jesus and she goes to images, you know what I mean? I want them to take it off of Google Images. Like, I'm just saying, it should be nothing but black Jesus up there. Take all that shit off. Like, only because it's a fact per se. You can go to the Bible and see that he
had
right.
hair like
like make him
bronze.
look like the Bible says. Since you know,
Since
I
we,
know.
you
You
know
know what I'm saying?
I feel you on that. Like my opinion
There we go.
on it is, we
Hold on.
technical difficulties.
Right.
We good?
I think we are.
Okay. My opinion on it is, like you said, based off of what's stated in the Bible, is he had hair like wool and skin like bronze. And then if you all dig deeper into it, when people pass away, they say dust to dust, something with dust to dust.
Ash to
ash and dust to dust. Dust and ash is brown. Like dirt is brown. Adam was created from the dirt, if correct?
That's what it say.
Dirt's brown. So Adam had to have been brown complexion. So, I mean, my outlook on it, they gonna create what is familiar, like what they can relate to. So as far as like the white Jesus, I feel like it should be in white churches.
But yeah, that's why I said
And
I don't want you to
then
take down what you got in your church. Okay, that's fine.
I mean, what really is, it needs to be in black churches. I don't feel comfortable with a quote unquote African American church having a white Jesus.
Right.
First
that's a
off,
contradiction.
read your Bible. Your
Yeah,
Bible
hello.
say,
you know better than that, brother. Let me come have a conversation
right,
with you.
come on.
Get
like,
your mind
don't be
right.
sitting here trying to force this white Jesus on us, and I can't relate to the white Jesus. Like he don't look like me. So my personal opinion on the whole white Jesus thing, I know deep down in my heart that he not white. And then if you also want to take it a step further, they say that he looks like all of us. So if you put all our races together, it's not gonna be white.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just you have to really like dig deep and interpret for yourself.
Okay. I like your thoughts on that. That was deep. Power to the people. Okay. You know what I'm saying? I got another one for you. So I often hear women say, I don't need a man, I want a man. Right?
I need my man.
Oh man, this question was
And I want
this
him.
question was not for her. I was gonna ask you, do you think we need to get back to needing our partners? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So tell me why.
Yes.
Tell me why you feel that way.
Because my personal opinion on it is it's so much stuff that's done systematically.
Mm-hmm.
The government doesn't want your minority or black man to be in your household. They don't want the black man or minority man to succeed in life.
Mm-hmm.
So they're going to do everything in their power to eliminate or break down that black man or minority man, like, to the lowest degree. So with me, I had to learn, like, to embrace my black man, flaws and all, be able to, he's more of the communicator. I have to be more understanding. Like, it's so much stuff that's been embedded in our heads. It's just like we don't give our black men a chance to grow. First off, boys and men mature later than women.
That we do.
So it's just like I've been dating Arbery since I was 21, 22.
Who's older?
So
Who's
he's
older? Out of y'all
older.
two? Okay.
He cradling. He robbing the cradle.
You cougar man. You cougar man.
But no, seriously, like I had to learn him. Like it's a constant learning process. You have to learn, unlearn, and relearn. Like it's a constant learning process, and you have to like be willing to accept them for who they are. You can't, like, you can, express to them like what you would like for them to do, but you can't expect them to just change.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they have to want change for themselves, and they have to understand where you're coming from. If they're not going to understand from where you're coming from, then that's where like most issues arise. But
Does that mean that's not the person you needed?
no, that's not necessarily true. You just have to give it time and patience, and then also just sit back and like look at the overall picture, like look at the bigger picture. Like, Arbery has changed so much, and I had to just sit
I know
back.
he is ugly, ain't he?
That man fine. But,
Okay,
you
yeah.
had to, like, I really had to just sit back and just be like, dang. You have to weigh out your pros and cons. Just like, and overall, like, for me, he's changed for the better. So it's just like you have to really just take everything in and look at the bigger picture. Now, as far as like you need a partner, you need a companion, you need that. Like, there's people, of course, like some people who prefer to do things on their own, but you need somebody. Like, everybody needs somebody.
Mm-hmm.
Whether like it's a dog, like somebody needs something. So I can't say like, oh, nobody needs nobody. Yes, you do.
What y'all think in the comments? Y'all show quiet. I expected this to be ding, ding, ding. I don't need no man. Ding,
Yes, you
ding,
do.
ding, ding.
And even like with, gay people, like I can even apply it to them. Like, yeah, they need you need somebody. It don't matter if you straight, bi, lesbian, gay, you need that person.
That's dope. I mean, I like the way you're thinking. Like, I was really starting to think like, with us getting married and so forth, should if you're marrying that person, shouldn't you like need that person? You feel like you can't live without that person?
Yeah, you should. Yeah. You definitely need that person. It should be a balance, and that's honestly your soul tie. Like, from the point that y'all decided that y'all gonna be together, that's the person who you are solely tied with. Unless you just doing some dirt and then you got multiple soul ties. But yes, there should be one person that you should be able to count on, that you should be able to lean on, express your fears to, express your joy to, your love, all that, even hate, like all that. Like, they need to get all of me.
Yeah.
But yes, you definitely need somebody.
What's some tools or some tricks you use when he upsets you to like calm yourself down?
I leave. Like, believe it or not, I leave out the house. Like, I have to leave. I have to remove myself from the environment because we are both very strong-minded, and when we talk, like with us, and I don't like just putting our business out, so I'm just gonna give you a brief example. Like when, let's say, like we're into an argument or something, we both like are very opinionated. We're not listening to each other. We're just trying to prove a point. And he thinks that I don't listen, but I do. He always says that I'm not understanding, and at that point, I'm not. Like, I'm just trying to over talk you. It's like, I want to get my point
prove your
across.
point. Yeah.
I don't care what you gotta say.
Yeah,
So
man,
yes,
we all
like,
do.
So
yeah.
with me, I just remove myself from the environment and give it time to, dwindle down a little bit, and then I go back in and try to, rectify the issue at hand. So that's just
That's dope.
my thing. He hates when I leave. He wants to.
Yeah.
Figure it out now.
Right now. Not now, but right now.
But
don't go nowhere.
I just know myself. Just like, oh, let me step out real quick.
So Ms. D said, God did not place man upon this earth to be alone. That's why woman was created. That's what I'm talking about.
Period, Mom. You so done.
Miss Margot said some black men and women are happy with girlfriends and boyfriends with benefits instead of marriage with benefits. Okay. At what point does it change for all the men and women? So, like from girlfriend and boyfriend
to married.
Yeah.
Is that the question?
I think that's what the question is.
Okay. I ain't.
How do you know?
I'm not proposing to argue.
I know. Well, I mean,
you a man. Answer that question.
Okay. I see, and that's why I think at that point, once you feel like you can't live without that person, I think that's the point where you need to marry that person. Huh?
No. I think it's more than that.
It's
with
more?
Men, you gave like a woman's perspective.
First of all, I thought that was a bland man's perspective.
That's cute. But no, I feel like with men, it's deeper than that. Like they want to be financially stable. They want to make sure that their household will be taken care of.
Yes.
They want to, of course, like want to know if that person is down for them for life. Like men think of life, like they take life commitments very seriously. Like they not playing. They gonna take all the time they need. They just gonna be sitting back, and women gonna be like, well, dang, when you going?
Somebody stretch this out as long as I can.
And it's crazy because I literally just mentioned that to Arby. Like, look, what you finna do?
Oh shit! He put the clock on that boy.
I ain't put no clock on him.
Okay,
but I did and you have to, as women, I feel like you also have to keep that bug in their ear. Like, look, I know I'm not going nowhere. Like, I'm not going nowhere with him. But also, like, I'm not just girlfriend material. I know what I bring to the table.
So they don't like the playing house shit. They like, I'm not here to play house. Like, where did that even come from?
You shouldn't play house. I play house, and I mean, I got a whole family out of it. You shouldn't, quote unquote, you shouldn't, but you just need to live your life. Like, whatever works for you, works for you. So if playing house worked for you, I mean, it worked. But if that other person is like, okay, we need to chop a little bit, also be considerate of what they want as well. Right. So, I mean, I don't know. I can't put a time frame on it because I ain't a man and I'm not gonna propose to no man. So, I don't know.
Okay. When God says it's time, yep. And God ain't said it yet, so I ain't heard about it. He said, God ain't speaking loud enough, though.
Right.
Okay. So I'm gonna give you a scenario. So I'm gonna put this scenario. The man wants you to go full on grocery shopping. You go, like through the week grocery shopping, right? You know what I'm saying? Is he wrong for saying like, no, I don't want you to do all that. I want you to go full on grocery shopping so I can come home to a full closet. I'd be like, whoa, you know what I'm saying? Or is he doing too much? Is he doing too much?
First and foremost, you gonna get what I bring.
Oh shit.
That's first and foremost.
Okay.
You're gonna get what I bring. And I say that especially with what's going on right now. I'm not gonna be in no store all day.
Yeah,
but
you won't have to come back. Now you're making it to where you gotta come back 3 times a week.
If
women got
you
the answer to everything.
Because honey, honey partake in extracurricular activities. So if honey wants some snacks, I'll go to the store and get some snacks and some food and to get him taken care of. And also, I will also know when it's time to do the full grocery shopping, as you call it. So he gonna get what I bring at that time, and then when I feel that it's time for us to restock, that's when he gonna get his groceries and a kiss. Like, here you go, man.
Mr. Will said maybe both of them should go. You know what? Yep. I'm pretty sure that's what she said too.
Right.
I'm pretty sure she's like, we both go, and that just settles everything.
I'm gonna sit in the car. You go get the virus.
Oh, oh no!
Go get that Rona.
So is this first of all, I want to know, is there something that we didn't cover that you maybe wanted to cover or talk about?
I mean, we can talk about my business a
Let's
little
talk
bit.
about it some more. What's up? Let's talk.
So as you all see behind us, I do offer hair care services. I also sell hair as well. You can purchase that on my website at www.Yohance Dres.
You said when you say sell hair, you mean like braiding hair, wigs? What we talking?
Wigs, bundles, and lashes. That's what's
Lashes
on my
too?
website. Yes.
Are you doing lashes?
They're strip lashes. So if they need me to apply them, I do know how to apply them. But most people know how to apply them themselves. Yeah. I also sell extensions for those who aren't able to get sew-ins, the little clip-ins. Yeah, you can definitely book through my website. You can book through my Instagram and Facebook, which are both Yohance Dres. And you can also contact me on my business number, which is 210-239-9555.
Mike Jones.
The Prater.
The Prater. That's what's up, man. Socials. Not your social security, but your social. She said it already?
I just said it.
Say it again, because I didn't hear it. I didn't hear it, so you say it again.
So you can reach out to me on my either on my business or my personal Facebook. All my business stuff is Yohance Dres. And then my phone number that you can contact me at is 210-239-9555. And my website is www.yohancedres.com.
Damn, so was that hard to put together? Like, was it hard to make a business a business?
No, it wasn't. I've been knowing that I wanted to do this for a long period of time, so I done my research, and luckily I have business owners that are in my family. So I was able, most of the work I put in the footwork myself. If I stumble across the problem, I would reach out to my family, mainly my sister Talisha, and she has a business as well. Her business is Primped and Polished. You can check her out as well. And she's based out of Dallas. I would reach out to her for any questions that I may have, and she would just, let me know what I need to do. She really helped me with getting everything set up to sell the hair and lashes and stuff. She helped me obtain my EIN and things along that nature. So
Real business.
Yeah.
Throwing out them letters.
EIN.
Anybody you want to shout out real quick?
I want to give a shout out to my honey, Aubrey Warren. You can also book a session with him. I did tag him on my video.
Yeah, Aubrey did the hair done. He actually produced the hair done song. So yes, Aubrey stuff.
He be doing it up. He be booked and busy.
Booked and busy. The BBs.
So you can check him out. I also want to give a shout out to my mom, D Pettis. Hey girl, that's my bestie. And all my family and friends. And shout out to Omaha, Nebraska as well. I'm doing this for y'all.
Oh, that's where you from?
That's where I'm from. Omaha,
It sounds like a small ass town. I can see like little.
It's small,
little things
but
in
don't get beside yourself. Don't do that.
Okay, she already done took off her watches.
Don't do that.
Next thing the
necklace
is gonna come off.
The screen's gonna.
I don't want no trouble.
Be all rearranged in here.
Hey Omaha, I don't want no trouble. All right, we about to log off. You sure? Is there anything else you want to say? Anything you want to? She
Once
did that,
again,
do that again.
My social media is all Yohance Dres. It's spelled
YOHANCEDRES.com. Okay.
Or without the .com, it's just Yohance Dres on everything else.
That's what I'm talking about. Yo, this is RadioActive, y'all. Come back, come see us next week, same time.
I won't be here though.
Yes.
Bye.
Peace. It didn't end. They don't want to go away.
Hey y'all.
Ugh. I done hit the end. There we go.